A red Subaru WRX pulls up in front of a bank. Inside the car are 4 people. Buddy, his girlfriend Darling, Griff, and their driver, Baby. The 3 robbers grab their weapons and step out, heading straight into the bank while Baby stays behind, earbuds in, vibing to his music. Moments later, alarms start blaring and the crew rushes out with bags of cash. Baby slams the car into reverse, spinning it around as police sirens grow louder in the distance. The chase is on. Baby floors the gas, weaving through traffic with surgical precision. He loses one patrol car by blasting through a red light and dodges a spike strip with a razor-sharp turn. But the bright red color of their car makes them an easy target. Soon, a dozen police cruisers and even a helicopter are on their tail. Spotting 2 red cars up ahead, Baby quickly swerves between them, blending perfectly in the middle. But from above, the helicopter still has sights on their precise location. As they pass under an overpass, Baby slams the brakes, falling back and switching lanes. The helicopter follows the wrong car, and Baby speeds off unnoticed. They pull into a parking garage, switch into a gray sedan, and quietly slip away into the city. At the warehouse, we meet Doc, the criminal mastermind behind every heist, and the man who's got Baby under his thumb. As the crew winds down, Griff grows suspicious of Baby's quiet nature, calling him retarded.
Retarded means slow. Was he slow?
No.
Then you don't sound retarded to me.
First, he throws a toy car at him, but Baby doesn't flinch. Then he snatches Baby's sunglasses, only for Baby to calmly pull out another pair and put them on.
We roll in the dirt.
Doc splits the money evenly, each member getting a bag of cash. But as they head out to the garage, he takes Baby's share and hands him only a single bundle.
One more job and I'm done.
One more job, and we're straight.
It's clear Baby isn't part of the crew. He's working for Doc, not with him. When Baby gets home, his adopted father, an elderly man who is deaf and mute, is asleep in his chair. Baby hides the money under a loose floorboard, like he always does. But this time, his father wakes up and catches him in the act. They communicate through sign language. The old man doesn't ask where the money came from, but later, when Baby's face appears on the TV in connection with the robbery, he signs a question. Baby reassures him. After one more job, he'll be done for good. In his free time, Baby spends hours remixing recorded conversations into music.
Was he slow? No. Was he slow?
When he spots a recording of his mom, it triggering a painful flashback of his parents arguing while driving, right before the crash that killed them. Later, to clear his head, Baby visits a small diner. There he notices a young woman walking in, softly singing a tune called Baby. Intrigued, he secretly records her voice on his tape recorder, but when he tries listening back to it, she steps out from another door in the back and catches him in the act. She playfully calls him out.
Whoa, are you recording this?
The two start talking, bonding instantly over their shared love for music.
What can I get you this fine morning, sir?
That night, Baby buys the same Baby song she was humming and dances to it in his apartment. Just as he starts to lose himself in the rhythm, his phone rings. It's Doc. Another job is waiting. When Baby gets to the warehouse, he meets his new crewmates, 2 unfamiliar faces, and a man named Bats. As usual, he's got his earbuds in. The new guys immediately start questioning him, wondering why he's listening to music when they're planning a job. Doc explains that Baby was in a car accident as a kid and has a condition that causes a constant ringing in his ears. The music helps drown it out so he can focus. Bats doesn't buy it.
The driver's supposed to be the eyes and the ears. Not just the eye.
He tries to get reassurances from Doc.
So, Doc, how many jobs done with the kid?
Doc explains Baby stole his Mercedes years ago.
I didn't stop him, though, because I was just blinded by the balls on that kid.
And ever since then, he's made him work to pay off the debt, and he's been his driver ever since. Doc starts laying out the plan for the job, and while he talks, Baby keeps tapping the table and humming along to his music. Bats rolls his eyes, convinced he's not paying attention. But when Doc finishes,
You lay down your whole plate. He ain't even listening.
without missing a beat, Baby recites the entire plan word for word.
That's my baby.
Fuck your baby.
When they arrive at the target, the crew slips on their masks and moves fast. This time, they're robbing an armored truck just as it's unloading cash into the bank. The entire job lasts less than a minute. Bags filled, they sprint back to the car and peel away. But as they're pulling out, an armored truck employee slams his car straight into them, blocking their escape. He opens fire. Baby quickly throws the car in reverse, but another guard appears from behind, trapping them in a crossfire. Bullets ping off the metal as Baby guns it forward, driving along the side of an outdoor parking ramp, narrowly dodging shots. They burst onto the main road, but the guard's car is still on their tail. Both vehicles slam against each other. Bats finally gets a clean shot lined up, but just as he's about to pull the trigger, Baby swerves sharply, cutting onto another street. The guard's car tumbles off the road and crashes. They hit a wall of traffic ahead and immediately jump out, hijacking a car from the front. As Baby speeds off, one of the guys realizes his gun fell out during the scramble.
Left my shotgun behind.
Not groovy, JD. Not groovy at all.
They drive to a parking lot, switch cars, and slip away unnoticed. Bats confronts Baby, accusing him of intentionally making him miss that earlier shot. Baby doesn't answer, just gives him that quiet look. Later, he goes out to grab coffee for everyone. When he returns to the warehouse, he notices something's off. There are only 4 of them now instead of 5. No one says it out loud, but it's clear. Bats probably killed the guy who lost his gun. Doc counts the cash and splits it evenly, but like before, he takes Baby's cut and hands him just a single bundle. This time, though, he tells him he's officially done. Debt paid in full.
You're all paid up. Cause for celebration.
Relieved, Baby walks out free and heads straight to the diner to see the waitress. The two spend time talking, laughing, and recording silly tapes on his iPod. When her shift ends, they head to the laundromat, listening to music together while planning a future far away from the city. A few days later, Baby pulls up in a metallic blue 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu, picks her up, and takes her to one of the nicest restaurants in town. Everything feels perfect until he learns someone's already paid for their meal. He turns his head and sees Doc standing across the room, smiling. Baby goes to talk to Doc. At first, Doc offers him a deal. Keep being the driver for the heist, and this time he'll get a full cut of the profits. Baby declines.
No, no.
Doc switches tactics and resorts to threats.
So what's it gonna be? Behind the wheel or in a wheelchair?
Fearing for his life and for the people he cares about, Baby feels he has no choice but to agree. That night, he drives Deborah home. Before she gets out, she seems to notice that something changed after his conversation with the man who paid for their meal. They share a quiet moment in the car, their first kiss. The next morning, Doc picks Baby up and drops him off to scout the next target, the post office. The heist is scheduled for tomorrow. Baby's job is to check security, number of guards, and anything else that matters. And he brings along a kid posing as his nephew to reduce suspicion.
How old is he?
4.
8.
He talks to a teller and finds her friendly. When he asks if she'll be working tomorrow, she says yes. Back at the warehouse, Baby meets the crew for the job. Buddy, Darling, Bats, and himself. Buddy seems easygoing and bonds with Baby over music. Bats, on the other hand, is openly hostile.
Just put your fucking foot on the gas and drive the goddamn car.
Doc lays out the plan. They're going to rob the post office of slips of paper called money orders. Each box contains about $500,000 worth, so depending on how many boxes they grab, the payout could easily reach tens of millions. To avoid being identified, they'll wear privacy glasses that blind the CCTV cameras. But to pull off a job this big, they need firepower. Doc gives them the location of his weapons contact, and the crew heads out. When they arrive, they start browsing the crates of guns until Bats notices a police department acronym stamped on one of the boxes. Without hesitation, he shoots. Gunfire erupts from both sides, but with the element of surprise, the crew takes the group down quickly. They grab the weapons and hit the road. On the way back, Bats demands they stop for food. Unfortunately for Baby, the diner he wants is the exact same place Deborah works. Not wanting her to be seen or dragged into danger, Baby refuses.
No.
Stop the car!
Inside, Baby pretends not to know her, playing it completely cold to keep her safe. Deborah, confused and hurt, gives them attitude. Bats eyes her suspiciously and asks Baby if he knows her. Baby says no, and Bats pulls out a gun. Before anything can happen, Baby quickly grabs the gun to stop him. Bats backs off. As they leave, Baby slips Deborah a note, telling her to meet him at 2 a.m. Back at the warehouse, Doc is furious that his contacts didn't call to confirm the weapons deal. Bats claims they were cops.
I know. They were my cops.
Realizing he needs to cover himself, Bats switches up his story.
They fired first.
When Buddy is asked, he backs him up. As they sleep, Baby wakes up at 2 a.m. to sneak out. Just as he pulls out, Buddy suddenly steps into his headlights. He questions Baby about working with the cops. Before Baby can explain, Bats climbs into the car holding one of Baby's iPods filled with recordings. Baby explains he remixes conversations into mixtapes as a hobby, but to them, it sounds like a desperate lie.
To be fair, even the cops couldn't come up with an excuse that fucking dumbass.
They knock him out. When he wakes, he finds the crew has raided his home and taken all his tapes. Bats is even sitting in his foster dad's wheelchair, which means they must have harmed him. To clear his name, Baby plays some of the recordings,
Behind the wheel. Was he slow? Retarded means
proving their harmless audio mixes. They find a tape labeled Deborah and play it.
Isn't that the waitress from the diner?
Realizing he lied about not knowing the waitress earlier.
Have you been talking to Deborah about us?
I don't say nothing.
Realizing he wasn't with the police, they finally settle down to sleep before the big day. The next morning, Baby drops Buddy and Darling at the front of the post office and Bats at the back.
Boom, boom, boom. It's go time, baby. How the fuck I look?
While he waits in the car, he sees the friendly teller from the day before approaching the building. He flicks the windshield wipers rapidly to warn her not to go inside. She notices, hesitates, and calls a guard over. At that exact moment, the crew exits the building. Without hesitation, Bats shoots the guard and jumps into the car. Disgusted, Baby refuses to drive away, causing Bats to hit him in the eye.
Put your fucking foot on the gas!
Baby suddenly accelerates straight into rebar ahead. The steel beam spears through the windshield, impaling Bats and killing him instantly.
What the fuck did you do?
I moved.
The police swarm the area, and Baby, Buddy, and Darling take off running. As they run, Buddy and Darling fire back at the police while Baby sprints in the opposite direction. He jumps over railings, cuts through parking areas, and finally hides behind a tree. But cops flood every corner. A pedestrian talking to officers spots him and points straight at his hiding place, blowing his cover. Baby takes off again, running through the streets and into a crowded mall. He darts into a clothing store, grabs a jacket, a cap, and a pair of sunglasses to throw them off, but the disguise is useless. The police recognize him instantly. Baby slips through the back door of a shop and sprints into the parking lot, where he spots a blue Toyota Corolla. He smashes the window, hops in, punches the ignition, and peels out. He crashes head-on into another car. It's Buddy and Darling. Police swarm in behind them, and the couple steps out, firing wildly. Darling is hit multiple times and collapses, dying on the spot. Buddy loses it, unloading his entire clip at the officers. Baby uses the chaos to run, leaving his iPod behind. He finds an elderly woman sitting in her car and threatens her for it. She watches as her own carjacker sits there, flipping through radio stations, trying to find something he can drive to before he apologizes, tosses her purse back to her, and speeds away. He heads home to find his foster dad wasn't badly hurt. He calls Deborah's workplace to warn her he's coming.
Just tell her baby's coming.
Baby?
B-A-B-Y, baby.
Grabs his foster dad, dropping him off safely before going to meet her. When Baby reaches the diner and sees Deborah isn't coming out, he goes inside and finds Buddy sitting there waiting, a gun in hand. Before Buddy can try anything, a police car suddenly pulls up outside.
Got a bathroom key.
An employee steps in, distracting Buddy for a moment. Baby uses the opening to grab the gun and shoot Buddy in the shoulder. Baby grabs Deborah and they run outside. The officer in the bathroom walks out to check the gunshot, but Buddy shoots him and escapes. Baby says goodbye to Deborah, but she refuses to leave without him. To escape, they need a car and some music, but they don't have either, until a red Dodge Challenger pulls up with two guys inside. Baby threatens them with the gun, and they steal the car.
Can at least get my goddamn phone?
No.
Some of the busiest rhymes ever made by man.
Heading straight to Doc's warehouse to get the tapes and possible his help. Doc refuses either request, but after Baby's insistence, he finally gives him the tapes and agrees to help him escape. As the elevator doors open, men from the weapons deal earlier burst out and open fire. Doc shoots back. Both sides are hit, but Doc's bulletproof vest keeps him on his feet. Then a police car races in, but it's not the police. It's Buddy. Plows straight into Doc with the car. Baby and Deborah jump into another vehicle with Buddy right behind them. Baby reverses while Buddy charges forward, and the chase winds upward into the top levels of the parking garage. Using Deborah as bait, Baby positions his car and rams Buddy's vehicle, pushing it off the ledge. Buddy's car crashes below. Baby looks over the edge to confirm, and Buddy suddenly points a gun up at him. He isn't after Baby. He wants Deborah as payback for what happened to his girlfriend. He fires his gun on both sides of Baby's ears, the deafening blast dropping him to the ground as the pain in his ear screams louder than ever. Deborah grabs a wrench and hits Buddy. His gun clatters away, and Baby grabs it, shooting Buddy in the leg. Buddy loses his balance and falls off the ledge, landing straight into his burning car below. Baby passes out. When he wakes up, Deborah is driving, playing a tape of his mother to calm him as they leave the city. But a swarm of police cars is already waiting up ahead. Deborah slams the car into reverse, not wanting to drag her into deeper trouble. Baby hits the brakes. He kisses her, steps out, and surrenders. At court, Deborah, his foster dad, the post office teller he warned,
He was warning me, somehow telling me not to go inside.
and the elderly woman,
And he actually said, I'm sorry.
all testified for him. Their support reduced his sentence. Baby is given 25 years with a chance of parole after 5. Deborah writes to him while he's in prison. Baby keeps up perfect behavior, earns his early release, and when he walks out, Deborah is waiting for him in a classic white 1959 Chevrolet Impala convertible. The last scene.